Good evening, everyone. Welcome to R&B Wealth Strategy Network. Financial easy planning funding. I start all of my presentations thanking the Lord above for allowing me to be here today with such an amazing opportunity in front of me, with so many amazing leaders that He's bringing on board, people that really want to change their life and change the life of those they love. I thank you, Father, for allowing me to be able to speak and to be able to give others the wisdom, the knowledge that you have given me. Thank you for Richard Young for coming into my life and bringing me back to life. I thank you, Lord, for him, for having such a big vision. I thank you, Lord, for each and every leader on this call and for those leaders that are coming on board. And with that being said, we cover us with the name and blood of Jesus. Who we are, who are we, where do these people come from, the lady that dresses in green and this guy that always has a blue suit, who are we? Who are these people? Where they come from? How do they have this amazing platform that we never heard before? Mr. Richard Young is our CEO. He has a background in business credit, credit funding, and management and sales. He's been doing this for a very young age, because he comes from a family of entrepreneurs, real estate brokers, flippers, you name it, that's where he comes from. He learned it from his ancestors, his great-grandparents. That gentleman right there is his great-great-granddaddy. If you look into the history of Minnesota, his family was the first black African-American to own their own business, a whole lines of barbershop. Unfortunately, not all the kids took over, but that's what they did. So it's in his blood. His mom, may she rest in peace, before she passed with the Lord, she graduated with a master's in business. So she taught her son that going to school is something really important, but doing something with that knowledge is even better. He has been through many different seminars, conventions, learning what is that today we are putting together into one platform with the credit funding, management, sales. He is the one that is behind this entire platform, and I thank God for him. The last convention that he went to Vegas before I took him and made him mine, but by then he already has Seasoned Executive Solution. Seasoned Executive Solution. I call it SEX. That's what I call it. But it's Seasoned Executive Solution. It is his baby, his first business company that he put together with all the knowledge that he had acquired. He was tired of being a broker for other people and making other people a lot of money. So he put all that knowledge together and founded his company, which is still alive, making money since 2015. Myself, your host, the lady in red, Bridget Lendenborg, COO of R&B Wealth Strategy. I have a background in real estate, mortgage lending, insurance, and credit repair. I became an entrepreneur in 2001 and opened my own business, Shelbourne Lending Services, a mortgage broker business. And in my first year, I was able to generate $2.9 million in sales. And that was with just myself and my two kids. I had no idea what I was doing. The market was blowing, and I was learning something new. I graduated college in May 2001, opened my business in September after I passed my test, and in January, I opened Storefront. And that year, I put $2.9 million. And if anybody knows anything about real estate, you know that commissions back then were amazingly good. It's not like today that everything is captive, everything is restricted. I mean, back then, money was just coming out of everywhere. Because of that accomplishment, the following year, I was nominated a Businesswoman of the Year by the President of the United States. Whether you voted for him or not, that's not the problem. What I was able to accomplish was going into that business dinner gala in Washington, D.C., being able to shake his hand and receive my award, and come back home and show my children, go to school, get a good education, but put it to work for you. When 2008 came about, everything crashed. I held on for 2 years, but as an entrepreneur that I am, I was starting to study to become an insurance broker because that was the next best thing at that time. So in 2014, I opened Insurance Solution, which today is still active, and I still have insurance agent. I did very well, Rocky of the Year, 3 months, etc. But then what happened when Obamacare came? It disappeared. So we have the knowledge, we have the experience, and when we met, we decided to say, you know what, we need to do something that it will not fail, something that no matter what, people need. And that's where we came and we put together R&B Wealth Strategy Network. With our experience, with our knowledge in financial industry, the things that we both have done in the past, we put it together because our mission is focusing on providing high quality financial solution to both, not just an individual and not just to the business, but both, because we know that businesses are ran by individuals, and a lot of individuals want to have a business, but they just don't know how. So when we combine them together, we were able to put wealth strategy. And it's a wealth strategy because you'll be able to make money for your client, for yourself, for your family in a lot of different ways if you actually learn what is that we're doing and you focus and you want to really do something different. Our office, we have a beautiful on the 8th floor of the Regions Bank. That's why our bank account is from Regions. Always beautiful. It was always messy, but now it's very beautiful. Mr. Young goes there once in a blue moon because he says I speak too loud and I drive him crazy, so he wants to get away from me. But the reason why it's now just there, because with our business, we do need to have an actual office location where the inspectors go and they see that, you know, it's a legit business. The reason why I'm not longer there, because I was driving 2 hours to work and 2 hours from work. We live in Daytona Beach, and our office is in Orlando. So anybody that knows anything about traffic is horrible. And then we said, well, you know what? I have this beautiful home that is always empty. I leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get back until 12 o'clock at night, sometimes even later. Why don't I just work from home? And that's what I did. I took one of the offices on the first floor, one of the rooms, and converted it into my office. But you see, I don't work from home. I have an office at home because when I close that office, when I close that door, I don't open it. I work from 9 to 6, regular business hours, and at 6:01 you call and my office line goes to voicemail. Now, do I stay later? Of course I stay later, but that's because it's my choice. So I need everyone to respect the hours that I don't work from home. I have an office at home because it's more convenient for me and it alleviates and takes away 5 hours of driving every single day. Now that you know a little bit about us, now we are going to tell you who are we looking for, because this is our empire. We've been through a lot. We have lost a lot. We have gained a lot. We have learned a lot. But with that being said, we are also very selective of who we want in our empire. We want people that are highly motivated. We want people that want to add something to the current portfolio or change their portfolio. And some people might say, well, I don't have a portfolio. Well, if you have a job, you have a portfolio. You're doing something. You want to change that. You want to make that better. We're looking for business-minded individuals that want a career change, a different opportunity in life. Someone that is coachable, motivated, self-promoter, a hunger mentality, someone that is hungry, someone that wants to go out there because they are tired of being sick and tired of what is that they're doing. Someone that is savvy with social media. And my most important of all about all of this is that you need to be strong and have a strong ethical principle value. You have to have it. I don't care what religion, what you believe in, but ethical, you need to be ethical because we are dealing with people's information, with people's personal information, dynamic. I mean, we are able to help, and if we don't do it right, we're able to hurt people. So because I've always dealt with people's information, for me, having a very strong ethical principle value is very important. So that's one thing that I really, really need. The second thing is that I also need someone to know that this is a commission-based business. There is no salary. There is no draw. It's base. It's commission. You will receive 80-20 or 2% of personal funded loan amount. You are able to charge your client anywhere from 1 to 5% on the business funded loan amount. There is a 50-50 split on the investor's loan. And if I say something with a different accent, it's because I'm Latina, so I say things a little different. We provide you $75 to $150, and I will show you how that will increment on every personal referral agent that you bring into our empire. Every referral agent, you will receive a compensation from $75 to $150. You will also receive $75 every time a credit repair customer comes in and you refer them because they want their credit restored. You will receive $75. And on top of that, every month that that customer stays on the books paying his monthly fee to get his credit restored, you will receive a residual income of $30. Do the math. We will also just put together a monthly bonus volume that I would explain later, how you're able to generate income even if you are not doing anything, believe it or not. We would like you to have some type of experience, definitely, but we don't need it because unfortunately, I wish it was license regulated. You don't need a license. Me, myself, and I have licenses of the yin-yang because of the insurance, because of I was a broker, because of the mortgage, because of the financial education. I mean, you name it, I have licenses everywhere. And at one point, I was licensed in all 50 states for retirement planning. I don't do that anymore because it's a waste of money, but my name is out there. But we do want people to have some type of motivation to learn because we are willing to equip the right candidate. I'm just not going to waste my time with you. I'll be honest with you. I don't have it. If you're looking for a salary, if you're looking for a boss, if you're looking to change your 9-to-5 to another 9-to-5, this is not for you. So if you're on the call, if you didn't know that this is what we were advertising and promoting, you can get off the call. You can hang up. I appreciate you, but this is not for you. Don't waste your time because we are not going to change our spectrum. We're not going to change our portfolio, and we're not going to change what we have put together just to please you. So I just want to make sure that that is clear. There is a membership agreement fee of $175 one time, and come July 2018, which is about 2 weeks away, it's going to be $275, and there will be a monthly fee of $49.95 for your website because we are putting a massive information together, and you will have your own website which you'll be able to promote yourself and all the products that you offer being backed up by our company, and there is a fee to that. We do not make money on the website, so there is no residual where I brought such and such in and you gave me $75, but she's paying her monthly on her website. Do I get money on that? No, this is not a MLM company. It's not. It's not a multi-level marketing company. And I say that and I stick to that. I know that we spoke a few weeks ago and I was thinking of doing something into that matter, but it's not. It's not in my spirit. It's not what God confirmed to me. It's not the reason why we put R&B Wealth Strategy together. But we have a very, very well diverse compensation plan that you will not need an MLM to make money. Now, with that being said, and now that you know who we are and who are we looking for, why us? Why come and join our empire? Well, we have over 30 years advantage of combined experience. Yes, we do. When you put it together, we have over 30 years of combined experience. We have hundreds of personal and business lenders. We facilitate financial in a quick approval because we do underwriting in-house before we send it to the lenders. We are able to tell your client or yourself based on what we see if they're going to be approved or not. Of course, we don't make the final decision because we're not the lenders, but we are able to see based on the preliminary information that you submit to us if this particular client will be approved or not. So because of that being said, we are able to have a bigger advantage than other companies. We deal directly with the underwriters. We know what to tell your clients or yourself, that what is that you need to be able to put a package together to be able to send it out. So because of that, we have a bigger advantage of knowing what needs to be done. Personal loans. These are the preliminary conditions. These are not set in stone. Every lender requires different things, but this is 99% of the time what the lenders require. A 620 and up. Doesn't mean that you have to have a 620. You have to have a 620 and up, because we are increasing our criteria because we want to change our market. So we are making things a little more harder for people to come in and just waste our time. And everything is done on a software, which is the beauty of it. When you speak to your clients or your customer or any business owner or any client that is online, everything is done on a software to pre-approve you. We do not hurt your credit score. So if you come in with a 500, you're leaving with a 500. If you come in with a 700, you're leaving with a 700. The only time your credit gets attached to whatever loan you accept after you are approved, because you are pre-approved. Now, there are certain conditions the lenders will require that you have to submit, and if you don't submit them, then you're not approved. It will not affect your credit score. You need to have a job. If you're retired, if you're on welfare, I'm sorry, you need to have a job. You need to be employed, because they need to know that you are able to pay this signature loan back. What do you mean signature loan back? What I mean is that this is a signature loan. You don't go into a bank. Nobody's going to come interview you in person. They're going to make a phone call based on the information that we provided on your behalf that you gave us. They're believing that information. All you do is on a DocuSign, sign the document that they send you, and you're done. So it's a signature loan. So because of that, they need to make sure that certain things are correct and in order. Valid checking account for more than 3 months, driver's license, state ID, current pay stub. What about I'm a 1099? You have bank statement. You have a 1099. You file taxes. We need to show the income is coming in so you're able to get approved. Business, preliminary again. We're starting at 10,000. We were starting at 4. We don't want 4,000 people coming in. It's a waste of time. We don't. It's just a waste of time. Because once we get them approved and we show them how much they have to pay, they don't have the money to pay it. So it's not that we don't get them approved. We get them approved. It's just that they're not able to pay what the bank is requesting from them because they are a risk industry. They're a risk client. They don't make enough. So, of course, their rates are going to be higher, but they can't pay it. So it's a waste of time. So unless your client is making for 3 months in a row consistently $10,000 or more, don't waste your time with them. Because in-house, we're not going to approve them. We're not going to even send them out. They need to be in business for more than 6 months. And one of our lenders that we just got approved yesterday, thank God, goes down to 3 months. But you still need $10,000. You see what I'm saying? So when somebody has been in business for 3 months, it's harder to find them already making $3,000 from the beginning. It's easier to find someone that's been in business for more than 6 months because they're more established. They have to have articles of incorporation. The company has to be separated from themselves. If they put all the business money into their personal account, they're not going to get qualified. It's a disqualification in-house because the moment I see the bank statement and I see that it's coming under Joe, it's gone. Where's the company? I thought your company is ABC. Oh yeah, but I put all my money into my account. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. There's 2 different entities. Yes, you are the grantor for your business, but your business needs to have their own bank statement. We are able to go up to $600,000. That's why it's in red, because the last presentation was 5. Now we're able to go up to 6. So that's why it's in red, so it stands out. We still have 5 positions. What is 5 positions for those that are new? We are able to provide your clients up to 5 different loans without them having to pay the first loan off. All depends on revenue and income and the business structure. Everything on business funding includes equipment financing, startup loan, invoice financing, business lines of credit, and much more that you will see on the other slide, all the other businesses that we are able to do financing for. There we go. Now, read the first statement. I'm going to read it for those that are not able to see it. It's very clearly because a lot of people, I have to breathe. I don't know in what world they live in, but I know it's not Earth, or at least it's not in the Earth that I live in. You're making $10,000 a month barely on your business, but in the application you say you want $1 million. Really? Come on. I mean, it's just common sense. You don't need to be you don't need to go to school and get a master's degree in accounting to know that you're not going to qualify for $1 million loan. So because of that, I'm going to be specific. We fund anywhere from 10 to 120% on the merchant's average gross deposit. So when your client tells you that he wants $1 million, you now take the calculator, that if you don't have one, the phone has it, because every phone has a calculator, and you do the math. How much do you make a month? Okay, how much did you make last month and the other month? Add it up, divide it by 3, and do 10%. Do 20%. You say, you don't qualify for $1 million. You only qualify for 10 or 5. Bring them back to reality. And this is the reason why we have our trainings, because we want our agents to be equipped with how to present the products that we have. Not everybody gets qualified. Not everybody gets approved. You are not guaranteeing an approval. You're not guaranteeing any X amount of money, because you are not the lender and we are not the lender. And even when we become lenders, which will be very soon, we will still not guarantee approvals, because people still need to meet certain criteria. But all of these information will also be in our Facebook group, in our chat, so you're able to review it and you're able to study it. These are a lot additional businesses that we are able to fund. We were not able to do casinos. We are able to do casinos now. We were not able to do bars and nightclubs. We are able to do bars and nightclubs. Medical marijuana. We're able to do that now. We were not able to do retail or convenience store. We added that to the list. Construction. We do that. We also do, what was the other one? Commercial. Real estate properties. For someone that has a commercial strip and wants to have it financed, we do that as well. So we are adding a lot into our portfolio. Another one that we have lost a lot of clients on are real estate and management. Because as you know, anything when it comes to real estate and lending and credit repair, it's one of those companies that lenders do not want to do. Our new lender will finance a real estate management company. Means that XBYZ real estate company has X amount of realtors and they do X amount of money a month, but they need funding. We'll be able to provide that to them. So there's a lot of things that we're adding. We're also able to do Canada with some restrictions, because there's some places in Canada that we are not able to do, but that will be something further into the training. And the little PM means per month. If you guys are like, what is a PM? It's per month. So construction loans, $50,000 per month. Bars and nightclub, $25,000 a month. And medical marijuana, did I say that right? No. Ganja, how's that? The Jamaican style. No problem, man. That one. $100,000 per month, because that is a very, very lucrative business. Investors loan. Our new baby, what I love, where I made millions of dollars, which is a passion of mine. And every time I talk about it, Mr. Young looks at me like, oh, I lost her again. She's gone. Yes, investors loan. I love it, because I know how much money we are able to make with this. And we might be one of the only ones, I'm not going to say the only ones, but we might be one of the only ones that is able to offer investors loan without a license. Now, how did we were able to do that, Bridget? Well, because I'm back. Because they know what I was able to do then, and they can imagine what I'm going to be able to do now. So I have the license, you work under my license. But everybody has to be legit and have ethical principles, because I have protected my license for many years. And I protect my license like I protect my heart. And I'm not going to let no one hurt it. Criteria for investors loan. 600 Beacon score. The investor needs to have at least 4 flips within the last 12 months, but we also have exception, because on last week's call, was it last week or Monday? Monday, last week. It was last week's call. We had our investor, and one of our agents asked, what if someone is doing it but yet has not have 4 in the last month because they're starting back, but they did it in 2008 and they took a break, et cetera, et cetera. So all depends on that particular person's portfolio. You know, things will deviate. They do need to have some money. They need to show in their bank account that they have the rehab to do this house, to fix it, and to be able to sell it. The minimum with this particular product is $60,000. The minimum amount to purchase a rehab home, and that home needs to be able to be able to be sold for more than $100,000. It needs to be more than 900 square feet. We do condos, townhomes, apartments, and single-family homes. 3-2s are the best ones that they like. 3-1s are okay. 1-bedrooms are not going to be done, are not going to be approved. These are 3 of the different criteria: fixed to flip, fixed to rent, refi to rent. I'm not going to go into details for all of them. That is on our Monday training. But our core under the investor's loan that we have right now is the refinance, the purchase price of the property, the rehab, and the closing costs. We put it all together, and we are able to provide that investors 85% of the cost, the rehab, and the closing costs. And I did an example on the next screen so you guys can see what would that investors come out of pocket. So if they purchase a home for $60,000, it costs him $10,000 in repair, and closing cost is $5,000, total cost is $75,000. So now he doesn't have to come up with $75,000. Now he only has to come up with $11,250 because we will be able to finance him 85%, which is $63,720. When you're able to find the investors out there, how hard they're looking to be able to find financing, it's very hard. So if you really learn this product, and if you say, why do we have a 321? Because we have 321 plus lenders on the investor's loan. And this one is the one that caught my attention because they rehab, they finance everything in one. Now, you might see other products that we will put on as time progresses, and you will see different numbers. But that's what that number means. It identifies me to know who and where am I going to send this client to. Because if you send in a client that has a purchase for $40,000, then I know I'm not going to send him to lending 321. I might have to find another lender that we have in our portfolio to see if we are able to allocate them. So I hope that makes sense. These are all the states with lender 321 that we are able to do. We have other states with other lenders that we will put together, but with this particular portfolio, this particular, how would I say, product, these are all the states. I mean, you guys have more than enough states to find clients and investors in. If your clients don't qualify for anything because they have horrible credit, we will help them restore their credit, as I mentioned before, and we will compensate you, and you will receive residual from your clients until they fix their credit, because our motive is not to fix someone's credit. And I think that is the conception that everybody has out there. I want to fix my credit. No, my first question is why? Why do you want to fix your credit? What's the reason behind it? Because fixing your credit and having a number means absolutely nothing. It's like having a Mercedes-Benz in the garage, but you don't have a driver's license, you don't know how to drive. It means nothing. It's just sitting there collecting dust. Our motive is to be able to help a client restore their credit, empower their credit with what they need, not just to get a personal loan, but to also be able to get a business loan, open his own business, or invest in properties. We are doing something that other people are not doing. So we want to make sure that our customers are satisfied with what we do. We're going to take them from point A to point Z. And that's where Omega comes in, because it's the beginning and the end. Our clients are going to be satisfied with what we do because we are going to help them achieve their goals. Do I tell them now, or do I tell them later about the deed and all that stuff? I'll tell them later. Ooh, yes, exactly. I'll tell them later. Application process. There we go. Everything is done on DocuSign. A lot of people are saying, well, you said that the applications were going to be done, and where are they? Well, yes, I did say that. And I'm not apologizing because they're not ready. Because I'm very old school, and like I said before, I protect my name like I protect my heart. And my lenders don't use DocuSign. They use everything on PDF. So I'm converting their applications my way. So because I'm converting their applications my way, now their legal department have to approve it and send it back. And that's why it's taking long. Because I said, no, I'm not going to do no PDF. They're not going to walk around with papers, and they're not going to walk around with people's documents. Everything comes to DocuSign. It secures the client's information, it secures my business, and it also protects you as the lender that when you receive documents, they're not fraudulent. This business acquires, it draws white-collar crime, and I will not have that in R&B Omega Enterprise. We do not do manual applications. Why? We don't do applications for our clients because each application on DocuSign brings in their own signature code. Every time you open it, I get a lot of clients, but I open it 3 times and I have to do it again. Yes, because every time you get out, if you don't finish it, it will give you another DocuSign envelope ID. So once they complete it, you tell your clients, make sure that when you start the application, finish it, because if you leave it halfway and you come back, you got to do it again. That's the way DocuSign works. This is one of our agents. He's a realtor down in Miami. I try to copy his signature so I can see what it looks like. That's the best you can see it. That's his IP from his computer, his signature. Every signature has an IP where that application came from. So if you want to be smart and you want to do your client's application, it's going to come from your IP. But if anything ever happens and your client comes back and says, I didn't do that, I never gave him or gave her permission, and she did it because she told me to give her all the documents, trust me, I'll be the first one to say, nope, that was him or that was her. Insurance and errors and omission, my errors and omission is skyrocket, and I do not want to be caught up with fraud. Very, very protective of who we are and what we do, and I am very transparent, very transparent. Advertising. These are some of our agents. I wish I could put all of the agents and all of the advertisement, but we will be here for a little bit. All of the advertisements that we do have to be approved by our office, all of them. There is no longer you're going to be able to put an ad and we are not going to approve it. Every ad needs to be approved. And the way that is going to be mandated is that in the new contract that will be revised, if you're using our name, you're only able to use the approved advertisement from Facebook page. If you are using your business name and our name does not appear in your website or in anything that we advertise, then you can do whatever you want. But as long as it has R&B Wealth Strategy on it, it will have to only come from the approved advertisements that are in our Facebook page. And let's see what's next. Now, this is where it gets good. And I hope you guys are, take a piece of paper, take a pencil, get ready, because you have 7 different ways to get paid with us. So this is where the nitty-gritty gets in. You will make money. You will make money. I promise you. There is no way. And if you don't make money with us, I don't know what to say, but you will make money. 7 different ways to get paid. First one, personal loans, 2% or 80-20. However you do it, the numbers are still the same. If you do a $40,000 loan, 2%, that's $800. Simple. Business funding is capped at $5,000. You will charge anywhere from 1 to 5%. The bigger the loan amount, the less you charge because the more you make. It's a numbers game. The larger the loan amount, the less points you charge, but you make more. Okay? So if you have a $75,000 loan that got funded 3%, that's $2,200. If you have a $150,000 loan, you see, you charge less, but you make more. So it's a numbers game. 3, investors loan. We will split 50-50 with anything that gets funded. 50-50. Whatever comes in, you're going to see the documents, you're going to see the closing documents. Whatever I receive or whatever the house receives, we're going to split it both ways, you and I. 4th way, every time you refer an agent to R&B Wealth Strategy Network, you will be compensated. And the more agents you refer, the larger your compensation. Why? Because we have put a very different structure. From 1 to 5 agents that you refer, you will receive $75 for that agent. But on your 6th agent that you referred, you're no longer going to receive $75. You're going to receive $90. On your 11th agent, you're going to receive $110. Now, on your 16th agent, $125. And we'll cap it as of right now for $150, infinite. So you can refer, is that correct? Referred? Yes, referred. That's how I pronounce it. Anyway, after 21 agents, after your 20th agent, every agent that you refer to the company, you will receive $150. So if you do the math, you will see. Now, this is really important. Really important, because like I said before, this is not an MLM company, but still we want to compensate you for your hard work. We want to compensate you for referring us to other people. So when that direct agent refers an agent that is direct to them, because you were the one that brought that first agent, we will compensate you $35 every time. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to use names, and if anybody on the call, I always use Maria and I always use Jose because those are the biblical names and those are the names I use, so I'm not trying to offend anyone. Mr. Young brings Maria. Okay? Follow me, please. Mr. Young brings Maria. Mr. Young gets $75. But then Maria brings Jose. Maria gets $75, but Mr. Young gets $35. Now, when Jose brings Pedro, Mr. Young doesn't get anything. Maria gets $35. Jose gets $75. It's one level down. It's the person that you referred that brings another direct person to them. So you're going to make $75 when you bring Maria, and when Maria brings Jose, you're going to make $35. But when Jose brings Pedro, you don't make anything. Maria and Jose will make the money. Maria makes $35 and Jose makes $75 because Jose is direct to Maria. I'm letting that sink in. Okay, we got that. Good. Now, this is how it works. This is Credit Restoration Commission, and I combined it so you guys can see how will you be able to make money by referring agents and by your monthly residual with your credit restoration. Here we go. Everything that you're going to see is multiplied by 5 because, as you know, it's 5 direct. On your 6th one, it's another leg. When it gets to 10, it's another leg. Okay? 1 to 5 agents times 5 is $375. Because your first 5 agents are $75. You multiply that times 5 is $375. But the next group of agents that you bring in from 6 to 10, now you're making $90. It's $450. The next set of agents from 11 to 15, now you're making $110. That's $550. The next set, 16 to 20, you're making $125 for that agent. That's $625 for just 5 agents. And 21 to 25, $150. I stopped there because anything after 25 is $150. So do the math. So can you make money by just referring agents into the company? Yes, you can. Very simple. Now, your customers that you bring in will also provide you residual income. I bring Mr. Young this month to fix his credit, to have credit restoration. I'm going to get $75 because I just brought him in. Next month, when Mr. Young makes his first payment, I'm going to get $30. So if I bring in 5 clients this month, I'm going to make $375 because it's still $75, so it will always be the first line. I want everybody to understand. You will always make $75 until we increase it again of when you bring a credit repair restoration client. So if you bring 5 clients this month, out of that client, you're going to make $375. But then next month, out of those same 5 clients, when they make their monthly payment, you're going to make $30 each. So you're also going to make $150. And that $150 is going to add up to all the other customers that you bring in. I'm stopping. I want to make sure it's sinking in, because these are real numbers. Okay, and it adds up, and I went all the way to 50. What will happen if you have 50 credit repair clients? That's $1,500. That's a lot of people's mortgage. And nowadays, it's a lot of people's rent, of how high the rents are. So, commission are subject, scheduled to change any minute. They change. If they give me more, I give you more. And those that have been with us for the last few months, they know that this commission structure is new. And I've been promising them, the moment we get it, you will be the first one to get it too. Now, customers, to fix their credit, it's $275 to get started, $99 a month. Agents that want to fix their credit, it's only $35. Now, agents, let me clear this. Agent Maria, she doesn't want to fix her credit, but she wants Jose, her husband, to fix his credit. Sounds like a personal problem because Jose is not an agent. The $35 goes to Maria because she's the agent. She gets the special. Because all of these clients will have their own website, and we pay for that. So if he's not paying the $99 a month, I cannot give residual, and I cannot maintain that website. But because the agent already has a website, we can incorporate the website behind their website and be able to see what that. Did that make sense? I confused a little bit, but they understand. They're pretty smart. These people are real smart on the phone. I know that for a fact. Trust me. Now, if you referred an agent that is having his credit repair out of discount price, you, the referring agent, will not receive a residual income from that agent. Back to Maria, Jose, and Pedro. Maria comes in, and she wants a credit repair. She's an agent. She's going to be paying $35. But Mr. Young, that brought Maria in, is not going to get $30 a month because Maria is not actually his client, because she's paying the discount price of her agent. Does that mean, I want you guys to understand this. So if your agent wants to fix their credit, we are not going to charge your agent the full price that we are charging a customer. We are giving them the discount for $35. But you, that agent that brought that agent in, is not going to receive residual for that agent. They understand, because we're going to repeat this over and over, and it'll make sense. It's okay. Now, this is a payment plan or a payment structure, an income structure, that compensation structure that Mr. Young put together with the same 5 agents that you bring in. You bring in 5 agents at $75, that's $375. You bring in 1 credit restoration per week. 1, the month has 4 weeks, so it's 4. You get $75 for every credit repair agent, and you brought 1 a week. That's $300. You bring in 1 funding client per week, 1 that is able to fund $10,000, and you decide to charge 5%. 1% stays in-house, so you make 4%, and you brought in 1 a week. That means that at the end of that month, you made $1,600. And when you total it up, your agents, your credit restoration clients, and the compensation for your funding customers, you made a total of $2,275 that month. Now, you are not restoring anyone's credit. You are not doing any of the underwriting to fund these clients. All you're doing is referring these customers to our in-house, and we do all the underwriting. Everything is done in-house. We have a team of underwriters. We have a team of processors that do all the work. All you need to make sure is that you give them the correct links, that they can fill out the application. The moment they submit, we receive it, we start working, you get paid. Simple. Now, I don't want to build a team. That's the reason why I came here. I don't want to build a team. I'm tired of team building. Great. That is the reason why we're not doing an MLM, because we don't like that. We don't like all that craziness. So we're still going to compensate you. So your 5 agents that you brought in from the previous, the 5 agents, we're still with those same 5 agents that you already got paid, each one of them, okay, brought in a funding loan for $10,000 a week. So those 5 agents brought one a week. So we multiply that. 5 agents, each one brought one times 10,000. That's $50,000 in total week volume. Because those 5 agents that you brought in, everybody brought a loan, they got funded, they got paid. But because you brought them in, those are your 5 agents, that volume belongs to you, and I'm going to show you. Now, 4 weeks, 1 month equals 200,000. If they do that every week for 4 weeks, 50,000 times 4 is 200,000. And follow me where I'm taking you, because I'm going to take you to the next screen. That means that you have $200,000 in volume for that month, for your agents bringing in clients that got funded. You that didn't know what they were doing, you get $750 bonus at the end of the following month. Because when a month closes, we review everything, the following month you get paid. So now you are receiving $750 on top of your $375, your $300, your own deals that you close. So on top of that $2,275, you're also going to receive $750 because your agents went to work. They saw this and they said, I want to do the same thing. They went to work. So your team was able to put together $200,000 in group volume. Now you, which is the previous screen that I did before, put it together, and if you see the numbers at the bottom, the $375 from your 5 agents where you brought them in, that's what you got paid. Your 1 restoration client a week, you got $75 for them. You brought 4, that's $300. Then you also did your own funding, that you got 4%, and you did that once a week, and you got paid $1,600. So your total for yourself is $2,275. But then, this is the second month, remember. Now, you're also going to get $175 because your agents are bringing agents, and you get $35 for those agents that they bring. And now you're also going to get a bonus because of the group volume that they did. I mean, I'm serious. And you don't want to build a team. You don't care. You're just referring people because you saw the opportunity, and you're referring agents, and they seen the opportunity. So we're going to compensate you because of what they do. So you just made $3,200. And then the following month, you're going to get the residual from those 4 credit clients that continue to pay their membership. You're going to make $120. So if you guys don't see the opportunity of how you are able to make, I'm not going to say it because we're being recorded, of money, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I need you guys to remember the volume. I said we're going to show it on the next screen. Once your direct, what do you mean? All of those agents that you bring direct accumulate in a month from $100,000 to $150,999 in volume, you will receive $500. Now, think about it. You're just telling people to come to R&B. Oh my God, you don't understand. You get paid 7 different ways. And you're just telling people, and they're coming in. And they are all your directs. And all their sales that are from business funding and personal funding. This does not include investors loan. This does not include no VVP, GBP, however those other companies do it, for credit repair. These are for funded loans. They're going out there and they saw it and they want to do it. You also receive at the end of the month a bonus. That group keeps getting bigger because now you're telling more people. And now it's 151,000 to 200,000 to 999. And you can thank Mr. Jack for putting the 9999 there. I put them all in zeros. You get $750. Now remember, on the previous screen, your 5 agents were able to generate $200,000. You didn't do anything. They did. That's why you got $750. Because they generated $200,000 that month. And you, since you were the one that referred them, you get paid. You're gonna get paid. If you don't want to let me know, I'm dying to go buy me stilettos in red and just give it to me. Trust me, I'll take it. The team continued to go crazy. Now they're doing 201,000 to 250,000. You get $1,000, and it keeps going up. 350, 150, 351 to 500, 2,000. 501 to 700,000, 3,000. 701 to 999,000, 5,000. And when your team really goes crazy and they make $1 million in volume, which is not going to be hard to do, you get a $7,000 bonus check. And you are doing absolutely nothing. You're just going crazy telling people, come to R&B Omega Enterprise, you're going to get paid. I'm just letting you know. Direct agents only. Those are all the people that I told you are direct. Okay? You are direct. Let me go back to Jose, Maria, and Pedro, because this is something that we were talking about today, and we are going to talk about this a lot. Volume, direct agents only. Mr. Young brought Maria. Maria is his direct. Maria brought in Jose. Now Jose is Maria's direct. Now, this is what's going to happen, and I already know. Mr. Young is expecting Maria to go crazy and sell, because that's how Mr. Young is going to get volume. But guess what? Maria said, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to get people and let them do it. So now Maria goes and gets 50 directs, and Maria is getting $1,200, $1,500 every month on bonuses. And Mr. Young is saying, so how come I'm not making any money? Because Maria is not selling. The people she brought direct are selling. And this is not an MLM. Your direct need to sell so you can make the bonus. I'm going to repeat that on every presentation from now on, because I know that no matter how many times I say it, I'm still going to get someone to say, but such and such is making money and I brought them in. Yeah, but they're not the one selling. Their team is selling. So I just need that to be clear. We have not yet assigned volume to the positions, but I want to see who's going to be the first Omega chairman. I want to see. Because if you just refer people and they're coming in and they're seeing and they're selling and they're closing, just imagine. And Mr. Young is going to have, I don't know if he'll have it by next week or the week after, how much money you can actually make with just 25 direct agents under you. That it's crazy. I mean, our structure is crazy. It's beyond. And if you find it anywhere else, the type of money that you can make, and if you do the math of what you really can make, because we are giving you volume dollar per dollar. We are not converting the dollars to a PBB or half a point. No, we are converting dollar per dollar in volume. So we have not yet put a volume into our team. Everyone that comes in, it's an Omega team leader. Once you have 25 agents, you're going to be an Omega team manager. But to be able to get the reward that a team manager has, there has to be certain volume attached to it. And as of yet, it's not there. And until you don't start bringing people in and your people start closing, please don't text me and tell me what is the volume for 25 agents when you don't even have one. When we have it ready, we'll give it to you. Trust me, just like we have given you everything else. Why? Why do I want to become an independent agent, sales agent with R&B Wealth Strategy Network? Very simple. You don't need a license. You don't need experience. You don't need to walk around with thousands of applications. All of the applications are electronically done. We have a lot of good customer service. And we will fully equip the right candidate to be successful. That's our job. Now, with that being said, I'm going to stop the recording. I thank God for this evening, and I'm going to answer all your questions.